It's Jessie with the Julienned Homestead, and I have been gifted this beautiful fermenting jar with the water seal, and I'm going to use it in probably a very non-traditional way to use this jar, but a while ago I found a recipe on Facebook for a rhubarb kimchi, and I copied and pasted it and saved it in my notes. I don't know the original source, so I can't give them credit, but it's not my original recipe, but I'm going to try it and see how it is. I've got a bunch of stuff in the garden that I needed to kind of harvest, and so we're gonna use a bunch of our stuff for it. So I'm gonna open this jar and set it aside. We are gonna, okay, so we have our jar. I'm keeping the lid off because my hands are currently clean, but once I get into this, they will not be, and I want to be able to just put it straight in the jar. So everything here has been cleaned and ready to go. My hands have been washed. I am going to be doubling this recipe. It called for 1 small napa cabbage, but I only had a large one, so I'm just going to double it. This has been soaked for 2 hours. It's chopped, and it's been soaked for 2 hours in 8 cups of water and between 1/4 and 1/2 cup of salt, and I just tossed it around every now and again. So, and then I drained it and rinsed it really good, and drained it and rinsed it really good, probably 3 or 4 times, and then I got as much of the excess liquid out as I possibly could, and this is what we're left with. Then we are going to dump our julienne garden carrots, diagonally sliced, this is just my preference, diagonally sliced rhubarb from the garden. That's 2 cups, 4 carrots, sorry, 2 cups, 4 carrots, and then it called for 8 green onions, but I harvested onions yesterday, so I'm just gonna use the onion tops. So those are all sliced up in here, and I'm just gonna add those to it. So 5 cloves of garlic. I haven't dug up my garlic yet, but I have, 10 cloves of garlic because I'm doubling this, but I have freeze-dried garlic scapes right here. So I'm just gonna go with about a cup. I mean, make this your recipe. You don't have to follow it exactly. It's gonna ferment and it's gonna be delicious either way. And then we need 2 inches of ginger. I only have this today, so we're gonna use this. And I'm just gonna give it some healthy. There we go. It's not coming out the way it should. There we go. 4 tablespoons of fish sauce. Maybe the top won't come off. So we're just gonna, you can put all of these ingredients into another bowl and mix them together and then put them on, but why waste another bowl? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I just have this cheap Kikkoman's soy sauce. My one kid goes through soy sauce like crazy, so I have to buy it in bulk. Then we need 4 tablespoons of Korean red pepper flakes, or gochugaru. This is what I have. I just ordered it off of Amazon. One, 2, 3, and 4. And 2 teaspoons of sugar, which is almost the tablespoon, so. Okay, and make sure everything's in there. Yep, everything's in here. I'm gonna go wash my hands really quick. Okay, I'm back. hands washed. We're gonna mix this up. I do suggest gloves if you have them, but apparently I am out of gloves, so we're just going in with our hands. Ingredients I threw out. Okay. Here's what we're looking like. Give it a taste test. It's good. Now, let's get it in here without making too much of a mess. You can use any sort of fermenting vessel that you like. I'm just choosing to use this one because it was just gifted to me and I don't have a lot of garden produce to do the like permanently fermented veggies yet. So I have this old ceramic, I don't know what they are, crocks. I have some of those I've done my kimchi in, mason jars with fermenting lids, or if you don't have a fermenting lid, just burp it every day. So many options. If you don't have something like this where the air can't get in, definitely keep a couple large leaves. Whoops. Keep a couple large leaves so you can put over top to avoid contamination and air. I actually will probably grab a couple leaves of a different kind of cabbage to go over this just to be careful. I have made a mess. Just push it down. It will make its own juices. If you keep pushing it, you'll get some. Just a minute. So my hands are all cleaned up. I'm going to clean the outside of this jar. Inside, this is a clean rag. You want this all the way cleaned up so it doesn't get contaminated. This kimchi will start creating its own liquid. It's already got a bunch of liquid in it. And I'll just check it daily and keep tamping it down and keeping it submerged under the liquid. You can't really see, there's not a lot right now, but as it sits, there will be more. You check it every day. I usually let my kimchi go for like 3 to 4 days to get more of the fermenty flavor, but it can be done in as little as 2 days if you just taste it every day, see what you like. If you don't like it, you keep going until it's fermented how you like. Once you have it fermented to the stage that you want it at, I am going to take mine out of this vessel, probably put it in mason jars, and I'll put it in the refrigerator. It will slowly keep fermenting in the refrigerator, but nothing like being left out at room air. So this is, I'll put the top on. We're going to pour this water in to seal the jar. So nothing can get in, and maybe we put the water in. Yeah. Told you it was my first time, right? Put the water in, and then we put this in. Woo! Okay, that might have been a little too much water. That's okay, we'll soak some of it up. Okay, so I'm gonna put it over on my counter and I'm just gonna let it sit from my research, what I have found is that as it burps itself, I will hear the glass like boop as it burps. So that should be interesting. We'll see you back in a few days to see how it tastes. Okay, we are back, and I let this ferment just a little longer than I expected. It's been about 5 days. I've been very busy, so I haven't been able to get to this. It looks beautiful. The water seal is still intact. Everything inside looks great. Smells delicious. Let's try it. Some clean chopsticks. It's spicy. Oh yeah, that is so good. The first one was a piece of rhubarb. It is delicious. So it is perfect. It is spicy, tangy, it's rich, it's got a lot of depth of flavor. That rhubarb fermented kimchi style is so good. You're gonna have to try this. I'll make sure I put the recipe in the description for you guys, and let me know if you do try it. I'm gonna bottle this up and put it in the fridge. Thanks for joining us.